Good morning. This is Bill from Auto Europa Naples, and today it's a lovely, proper Florida season morning. A little bit early. The wind is not chilly, but nice. There's very little humidity. It probably has something to do with this giant hurricane that's coming to attack the Panhandle. And you kind of get this, when you're down here, you get this kind of combat mentality, you know, where you're looking at the cone, you're seeing where it's going, and you're thinking, my God, better them than us. But sorry, guys, I hope it doesn't hurt too bad. And we're keeping an eye out for another one. But that said, well, you got a little race weekend coming up, which is nice. I've got the Miata out, getting ready. Always a chipper thing, you know, going over to Sebring, which is such a fantastic track to have in our backyard. We're pretty lucky about that. So that'll be a fun thing. Get me the hell out of here, and I don't have to worry about all the nincompoops around me. What do I have today? I have this 2014 BMW 740i Sedan. This is a very attractive car. Even, you know, as a Mercedes guy, this is a very attractive car. You know, honestly, you know, Ford versus Chevy, Saab versus Volvo. I'm going to get this back down so the air conditioning doesn't go away. But all that said, you know, you got to give BMW credit for this one, even being a Mercedes fellow. You can see the styling is quite nice. It was refreshed for 2014, actually refreshed for 2013. Got a very potent turbocharged 6-liter motor. Good Lord, this morning. Excuse me, very potent turbocharged inline 6 motor, 3 liters, putting out, you know, not a ton of horsepower, but it propels this thing from 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds. So it becomes a very, very quick car for a big sedan. And of course, BMWs are all about agility and handling, even more so than the Benzes. And you have to really hand it to BMW. Driving this thing, it feels very nimble, it feels very proper, and it's just absolutely a lovely way to go down the road. You know, I'm not a big fan of 8-cylinder BMWs, never have been. When I get them in, I'm not terribly happy about it. But this one is a 6. That does make me happy. It's the N55 engine, the twin-scroll turbo. It's got more juice than the one that came in the 3 and 4 series. So very, very peppy engine in this thing. Let's start inside the trunk. All right, so a lovely, nice-sized trunk in here. My detailer's actually done a good job on this car. I went back and trained him the other day. We went through a whole car together, trained the way I was trained, you know, God knows, third down, we want to say how long ago, and he seems to be improving. Anyway, nice cargo area back here, everything very lovely. You'll be able to fit all your stuff, no problem, and everyone will be pretty chipper. I don't know why they still put this toolkit thing in there. There's virtually nothing in it anymore. I remember the old days, you used to get all kinds of wrenches and screwdrivers. They expected you to be doing some work yourself. Now they just should have a little sign in here that says go to the dealer, because that's basically what they're getting at. Anyway, everything lovely back there, proper as it should be. No issues at all. Beautiful mineral white on this car, lovely color combination. Okay, inside you can see this beautiful rich Napa leather, absolutely lovely to sit on. The styling is unparalleled. You know, it's got that modern proper look that the big German Q-ships have now. It's very, you know, sort of subtle pull handles. You can't even really see them unless you're looking for them. Beautiful wood in there, absolutely gorgeous titanium trim around it. The fit and finish of a BMW is just fantastic these days. You can see illuminated door sills. In here you get some, let me get my glasses on. What do you got? Your rear air conditioning controls, a couple of 12-volt outlets down there. All very nice and proper. Have a look under the hood, and that shark fin antenna. Very, very cool. Anyway, we're back in the photo booth this morning. I know some people are going to complain about it, but yeah, what are you going to do? Okay, so there it is. 3-liter twin-scroll turbocharger. Very, very peppy engine. You know, very torquey, very smooth, instant boost. Again, it moves this big lug of a car from 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds. That's a terrific feat for a 6-cylinder. And of course, this is based on the inline sixes that BMW has been building so well for so long. So just an absolute joy to see that under the hood. This in 14 is now mated to a seamless 8-speed automatic transmission. They torqued out the bottom end. They tolled out the top end, so it's just a lovely transmission for this engine. Can barely feel it shift, and it just goes terrific for fuel economy. Beautiful LED headlamps with the halos, lovely, nice. Gone is all the sort of bangle stuff, the convex and weirdness that people didn't like, and they've just matured the design of this car beautifully. Big kidney grills up front, nice air dam down low. Really, really pretty car. Let's hop in. So one could die of carbon monoxide poisoning in here. Anyway, the illuminated door sills, all very nice. Again, the nice features here on the leather on the door panel. You got your memory seats there, your windows, your mirrors. Again, with the beautiful wood, with the titanium look. Lovely integrated door handles. The styling on the car is just absolutely fantastic. You can see all your power seat controls, including this nice little thigh support. All very nice stuff. Automatic headlights. All right, let's hop in and get the door up, fire it up, and go for a spin. So gone are BMW's sort of classic analog gauges, and in, fire this thing up, and in is an approximation. Oh great, the service is due. We did the service and didn't reset it. I just love that. I just absolutely love that kind of stuff. It really does make me quite chipper. All right, let's get out. Pretty tight squeeze on this door. Try not to crash the mirrors. We're gonna fog up too because it's air conditioned in there, so let me get some defrost going. Get the door back down. We're instantly in a sea of fog in here. That's fantastic. Let's see how quick we can clear it out. Okay, anyway, you can see these very, very attractive instrument cluster. All lovely stuff. Now sort of a digital version of the earlier analog stuff. Look at this. I am absolutely fogged to bejesus. Turn that down a hair. I'm sure you can't hear anything. Look at that. So you got your fuel gauge there. It's electronic now. Your speedo, miles per hour, kilometers per hour, tach, big driver information center in the middle. All very, very nice stuff. Let's see if I can turn that heat up. That'll get us cleared up in a hurry. That'll be nice in here too. Okay, you've got a multifunction steering wheel, lovely controls for radio volume, modes, cruise control, that sort of thing. Nice little inlaid titanium there, all very proper. Again, with the automatic headlights, you've got this little cubby hole which fits basically nothing, but it's there. I don't think you even get a 9mm. Maybe. It's kind of deep, actually. Okay, so that is a good spot for your 9mm. Over here, you've got BMW's iDrive system. Over the years, they've worked very hard to make this easier for people to use. Let's see if we've got wipers going. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, it's all on the outside. Anyway, they've worked hard to make this easier to use. There's our phone going. And part of the way they've done that is by adding these direct access buttons around the control. So if we go over to menu, you can see all the different stuff. There is so much stuff you can do with this iDrive that it becomes completely overwhelming. Even these buttons here, they look just like radio preset buttons, which they are, but they can also be programmed to be like your, frequent navigation destination, which actually, I read that somewhere. That's dumb. If you have a frequent navigation destination, frankly, you should be able to know where the hell you're going if you're pushing that thing enough. But anyway, you can do different features with that on the iDrive. It's all programmable buttons. But up here you got your multimedia stuff that gives you your CD, DVD, your hard drive, your external stuff. Go back. You've got your radio, of course, that's AM, FM, weather band, Sirius. Nice stuff. What else do we have here? You get into your Bluetooth telephone. Lovely. Connect that for Bluetooth audio and telephone. Navigation, of course. You get your map. You can go wherever the hell you want to go with that. All very nice. Zoom in, zoom out, change the perspective. They've really have just excellent nav in these iDrives now. And, of course, you get a reverse cam with the parking sensors. Nice. All very proper. And everyone's going to be, see, we're even fogged up on the reverse cam. So I'm learning as I go. All this stuff that becomes new to me, keeping cars in air conditioning. Self-dimming mirror with HomeLink, nice. All your LEDs up here. You got a nice big power sunroof, also fogged up. Lovely. There it is. I don't know how you guys with air-conditioned garages make this work. The minute you pull out, it must get freezing and mist up everything. You've got your dual-side climate control with your heated seats. You got a little, might have been an ashtray in the 70s, is now just an outlet and a place to put stuff. These are probably going to be some cup holders. Lovely. You've got the modes for the transmission and steering. Okay, this is kind of interesting stuff. So let's say we go over into sport mode. And Sport Plus. Now that turns off the traction control, stiffens up the dampers, tightens up the steering, changes the shift points, and changes the color of the instrument cluster. So a lot of stuff happens the minute you go into the Sport Plus mode. You go back down into Sport, you still get the red cluster, but now you've got traction control and you got that real cool looking tack. You go into comfort mode, everything goes much more chipper looking. You get the black and the silver again with your, the economy meters at the bottom. Comfort Plus, that really makes the suspension nice and soft, the shifting imperceptible, and just everything nice and proper. And then Eco Pro, you get into this blue thing, and it's going to do all kinds of weird stuff like shut the car off when you're at the traffic light to try and save fuel. It'll disengage the, the engine. Well, not exactly, but, it sort of works the way the old dropping out cylinders thing did when, the Chevys, I think Chevy's still doing that. It gives you better gas mileage and, keeps everybody chipper. So I don't like that mode. That's not my thing. I'm going into, let's do, what do we want? Comfort Plus. I'm going to stick with Comfort Plus. You've got this ridiculous electric parking brake. Never liked that, but it's fine. You can turn off your parking sensors here. You get, I don't know why these aren't opening. There they are. A place to put a phone, charger, USB, that kind of thing. I believe this is also air conditioned, so it'll keep your chips or sandwiches cool. And anyway, everyone should be chipper with that. So let's go for a spin. We have a lot of cars that need to get ready. I tell you, I did an inventory yesterday for our little dealership. We got a ton, something like 55 of them. My comfort level is usually in the 40s or 30s, so you guys got to come down and buy some of this stuff. That seatbelt pretensioner pulled back, the doors lock. This is a big German Q-ship, which means it is full of technology, incredibly smooth, very lovely to drive, effortless to drive, and of course, feel that, man, for that 6-cylinder, that is epic. That is absolutely epic. And now we've got absolute traffic jams. Here's Naples morning traffic in this part of town. Anyway, this beautiful sort of stitched leather on the dash, the lovely wood, all the stuff that you get from having the flagship of a German maker's lineup. Of course, like the S, the 7 Series. Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you so much for letting me out. You're a real sweetheart. Love you. Thank you so much. I don't know what it is about women in Acuras, but they get very aggressive. The steering is, of course, steering by wire. You're not directly connected. Braking by wire, throttle by wire. All of the feel in this car is engineered, and they do that astoundingly well. Even in comfort mode. Man, this thing is peppy. It is so peppy. Super smooth, just absolutely lovely. So anyway, there it is, 2014 BMW 7 Series 740i, mineral white outside, beige, ivory, truly Dakota, Napa leather inside. Great big German Q-ship. You know, it's not the long version, it's the short version, so it's more nimble, easy to control, easy to park, nice tight steering radius, and still you get plenty of legroom in the back. So unless you're hauling around the Harlem Globetrotters, you don't need the Li, go with the I. It's easier to drive and much more manageable. So there it is. If you have an interest, give us a call, 239-298-8000, on the web at aenaples.com. Thanks so much for having a look. We appreciate it. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.